Hi, this is Cody Sandall. I am the president of Code for Kids, and today we're going to show you a free tool you can use on your computer or on a tablet or iPad to do some coding without needing any special hardware. And note on if you're using a computer, this works best in Google Chrome browser. So keep that in mind. But this is called MakeCode, which is a visual programming tool. And specifically, this game-specific one is called arcade.makecode.com. And there are multiple physical devices that you can actually load these programs on. This is the one I have called the Adafruit Pi Gamer. But as we will see, you don't have to have one of those to actually give it a spin. So we're going to start a new project, and this one's going to be a Sword in the Stone tutorial. We are going to, there are plenty of tutorials you saw there on that page to show you how to make games, but to make it a little simpler, I'm going to show you just how to tell a story, and then we'll keep making it more and more complicated. So over here you can see the simulated device, and over here is where we have our code. So the very first thing that we want to do to make our game is to set a background. And that is set here in the scene. We're going to set the background image here. And let me show you something interesting. You can draw your own thing, but you're limited to these colors over here. But you can also use the gallery. Now for backgrounds, there's not a whole lot here, but this will do. We're going to use these for other characters. So these are built-in images that you can use if you don't have the ability to draw very well, which would include me. So you can see over here that it is now loaded. The background that we just set here is loaded. Now if we go in here, we can actually change it. So what if we wanted, you know, a sun over here? We'll say that's the sun, and that was the circle tool. Now we'll use a fill tool, and maybe you can use a line, but for this one, we'll just make it manually. These are different tools. Once they're drawn, but you can do undo here, take it away, or you can just go back and draw over it. If you need to zoom in, you can, and then when you're done, we changed it, and now it's over here in the simulated device. So The Sword in the Stone is a story of Arthur being able to pull the stone out of pull the sword out of the stone. So we need Arthur. In games, especially in two-dimensional games like this, pretty much every image that you see is a sprite. A sprite is a controllable visual object. So we go into sprites, and this right here you can see it says create. This is how you create a new one. Let's go ahead and rename this to Arthur. If you saw that I clicked here, this will show you all the names that you have, all the objects, and you can rename it here. Again, we could draw our own, but I'm not very good at that. So we're going to go to gallery, and now you can see we have a whole bunch more to choose from. So these are all pre-made drawings that you can use. Since Arthur starts out as a little boy, we will just use that. He's not a mighty warrior yet. This of kind right here, we won't need this for our storytelling. If you go into some of the game tutorials, you'll see how they use these different categories. But for us, it doesn't really matter. Now, he's right here in the middle of the screen. How do we move him to a different place? That's again under sprites. You can set the position. And now you're going to have to, this is telling you, hey, no one by that name exists. So let's make it Arthur. Set Arthur, and now we will move him to, we'll start him off over here. maybe close to the bottom of the screen here. You can see here as I'm moving it, it's moving that little line, so it shows you where on the screen he will appear. And then we'll see. So then if we wanted to move him a little further over, we do that, and then we see where he is there. We'll stop there for this first basic tutorial. We will pick it up from this point, but you've seen how to get to arcade.makecode.com, how to start a new project, and how to get things to show up on the screen. Everything that you want to display has to be inside of this on start block. So if you have it out here, nothing happens. So this is whenever the device is ready, do all of this stuff. So this is has to live inside of there. And we will continue telling Arthur's story in the next tutorial.